The rhythm of breath that I invite in for this meditation is an inhalation through the nose to the count of 4, holding to a count of 2, and exhaling out to a count of 4. Let's try that together as we find ourselves seated with this elongated spine, neck, energy pulling us out into the sky while down into our tailbone. So we inhale into the nostrils through the count of 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeating that. 1, inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. As I stated earlier, it's the 8th day of May in the year 2019. Here in Southern California, May is often referred to as May gray when the clouds come in. In the book, The Science of Mind 365, at the beginning of May, it declares the month as the month of joy. Let's all feel the energy of joy right now as we inhale together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. We each know the feeling of joy because we've had it on our journey of being a human. Joy is also one of the qualities of the divine that we are imbued with, along with peace and power and beauty and light and life and love and wisdom. Dr. Ernest Holmes defines joy as the emotion excited by the expectancy of good. The emotion excited by the expectancy of good. It's that expectancy piece that is critical in our lives. To have more joy, to be more joy, to express more joy, and to experience it. It's possible to have a more joyful and joy-filled life by choosing joy as a reality, even when it may contradict the conditions or the circumstances or the events of our life in the moment. The acronym that I have created for joy is just open yourself. So as we breathe in together, inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. And during our exhalation of 4, we begin to feel ourselves opening more and more to the reality of joy in our lives. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. I even invite you to extend your arms out to your side, feeling your chest opening. Receiving more joy that you have chosen to have as a state of mind. Allowing the presence of the divine that exists within each of us to be more present. Remembering that joy is one of its qualities, meaning it is our quality as well. Dr. Holmes goes on to write, "Joy has come to live with me. How can I be sad? I do so love thy presence, which is joy within me." He's reminding us that this state of joy already exists within us. It is innate. And it's through the remembrance and the choice to remember it being there that we magnify its presence. And remembering that this presence exists within all, as all. Joy is an expression of the realization of the oneness of our soul. Just open yourself to more right now. Right now. Open to the mystery, to the magic, to the mystical of life itself. Of the unknown. In an article titled "Why Joy Matters More Than Ever," a quote by W.B. Yeats begins the article. And he writes, "The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. The senses he's referencing is our conscious awakening to the innate joy already present within us. The article states, "Can you remember the last time you felt joyful? A time when you really felt joy all through your body from head to toe. In our fast-paced lives where we can often feel overworked and overwhelmed, being joyful seems a bit like having your cake and eating it too. Joy seems like a nice idea, but who has the time? Not only that, But when the news is filled with so much sadness and suffering, it may seem downright selfish to even want to feel joy. Even though we can come up with all sorts of reasons to avoid feeling joyful, research suggests it's imperative that we do. Turns out joy is a radical act that can help combat stress, boost our resilience, and re-energize us so that we're better equipped to face the challenges of this everyday world. In other words, far from being selfish, joy might just be what we need to show up for the world and ourselves in a bigger, more sustainable way. Let's each open our mind right now to more joy, pure joy in our lives. Pure joy. The article goes on to write, as adults, we tend to trivialize joy. We tell ourselves we will feel joyful another day once everything is tidied up, checked off, and finished. The author writes, "Oh, I have been there. In fact, even with all of the features of a good life, including an amazing family, a healthy child, and loving friends, I am just emerging from a period in which I could not even let myself experience joy. With the world getting more and more chaotic and out of control, how could I justify wanting to feel joyful? Plus, there's always something to do, to finish, to check off the list." Recently, she writes, I began to wonder if perhaps I was missing out by discounting the importance of joy. When I started to dig deep into the research on joy, I learned I was definitely missing out on something important. Research conducted at the Institute of Neuroscience and Psychology of Glasgow suggests that there are only 4 foundation emotions, 3 of which are negative, which are fear, anger, and sadness. The only positive or life-affirming emotion on the list is joy or happiness. Exploring joy is nothing less than exploring what makes the human experience fulfilling. Continued research states that when we are joyful, our whole body benefits, especially our heart and our mind. This research shows that joyful people experience less chance of having a heart attack, lowers cholesterol, it decreases stress levels, and lives longer lives. Joy is imperative for boosting our resilience and well-being. It gives us the strength and energy we need to do important work in the world. Just open yourself. As we inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feeling more joyful in this very moment. Reclaiming the joy in our life right now. Feeling this reclamation causing healing to take place in our heart, our mind, our cholesterol lowering, our stress levels lowering, our physical being benefiting from this choice to just open yourself. And so in our mind's eye right now, allow one thing to rise up in our life that we're grateful that it has brought joy into our life. It can be a person, a pet, a relationship, an awakening, an experience, an exchange of love, as well as the possibility of what is in front of us in life. The principle of life that brought that experience, that memory, that exchange into our life is not bound by that experience. It's impersonal and infinite. So if we've ever experienced joy, and knowing we all have, and the possibilities to experience and express more are boundless, endless, infinite, and waiting to be called into action. J-O-Y. As we inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. We just open ourselves more and more and more. And now in our mind's eye, we begin to envision the next expression of joy in our life today. We inhale together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling, seeing the next expression of joy in our life today. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As we look before us into the day ahead, we begin to see each and every exchange as joyful. As a reflection of our engagement in our divine nature and using our human ability to choose joy regardless of what is transpiring. A continual experience and expression of just opening ourselves. Navigating life with an expectancy of good. One step, one breath, one exchange, one interaction, one reaction at a time. Joy is present. As we begin to bring our awareness back to ourselves sitting in this meditation, declaring that this entire meditation has taken root in our soul, readying itself to be made manifest in form. We inhale together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As we inhale together again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Slowly opening our eyes and exhaling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seeing the world in front of us anew through the filter of joy. We take one last inhalation together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding it. Raising our arms and extending them to our sides, outstretched. We exhale. 1, 2, bringing our right arm into its prayer position with our right hand over our heart. The count of 4, doing the same with our left. Just feeling that energy of our heart with our hands placed against there in prayer position. Bowing forward. Rising back up with an extended spine. releasing our hands and stepping into the day, we say together, Amen, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is.